Welcome to a short class for foot and lower leg strength and mobility. All you will need for this class is one spiky ball, one block, or a book, something that's good and stable, it's not going to slip, and maybe a ball, something you can just hold on to for a bit of balance work. We'll be doing. So we'll get started. I'm hoping this will take about maybe 10 minutes, in around the 10 minutes. It's just a short class that you can do maybe in the morning or in the evening, and it's going to really help the mobility around the ankle joints, around the feet, and help the calves, strengthen the calves and the muscles around the ankles and the feet. So we'll start with a little warm up. Get your spiky ball, and we're just going to roll out the sole of the foot. So you want to put quite a lot of pressure down into this. This is quite a soft ball I'm using today. So obviously if you have a firmer ball, don't go mad with the pressure, but just let you feel it. It's like ironing out the tissues along the sole of the foot. I like to work from the heel to the big toe, heel to the middle toes, and the heel to the little toe. It's quite nice, just gets the feet nicely warmed up. Now, let's place the heel onto the mat, ball at the top of your foot, and just give yourself a nice little stretch up through the calf, lengthening up through the spine. Then step back a little bit more with this other foot, and we'll do our little movements of rotation. You try and get most of the movement happening in the foot itself, just that area in front of the ankle joint. The leg will move, but the intention comes from that area in front of your ankle. And just give those toes a little stretch up towards the ceiling, down towards the floor. So that a couple more times. Great, I'll take to the other side. So it's great, great wee way just to get the foot livened up, ready for a wee bit of work for the foot and the ankles, so the feet and the ankles. So same again, you're going to roll from the heel to your big toe, heel to the middle toes, and heel to the little toe. Getting all the tissues along. There's a lot of stuff in there, plantar fascia, a lot of tendons, and it also helps the joints. You'll notice how the foot spreads as you take the pressure down through the foot. Let's place the heel on the ground, ball at the top of the foot, lengthen up to that stretch into the calf. It's nice. And then we'll do our innies and outies, the rotations. Working along with that idea of pronation and supination. There's good mechanics of the feet. Very important, we need that little rotation in our feet joints. Okay. And then just stretch the toes to finish, lifting the toes, draw the toes down, lift, and draw down. I like to do my hands with that as well. My fingers tend to move with my toes. Now, set the ball out of the way, just so it's not going to trip or move it or around it. So we'll just warm up the joints now a little bit more. So we'll have our feet about hip distance apart. Just soften the knees, and we'll do little circles. So when you're doing this, you like to feel as if you're drawing a circle around the whole border of each foot. So around all of the toes, the outside of the foot, heels, outside of the other foot, and then back to the toes. You can place your hands on your knees. You get that lovely little swivelly movement, warming up the ankles. Try and think of keeping the whole of each foot on the mat as you move. Let's change direction. And it's just a nice little springy, bouncy action. A couple more will do this. Okay. Now, lengthen out the knees and lengthen up the body. We'll take that into a little bit more involvement of your hips. Hips and feet, they're like a little marriage, they work together. So let's take the weight forward onto the toes. We'll keep the knees fairly straight. I'll go sideways on. So as you go forward, you'll feel a stretch through the front of your hips. And you're taking the weight onto the front of the feet, the heels staying down. Let's lift your arms. Reach through the whole body. Then you're going to take your hips back, press the hips back. Knees are going to stay straight. Weight draws back to your heels And now we can add the reach of the arms forward. You don't have to add on the arms. You can keep the arms on the hips, but it just gives you a little bit more involvement with the whole body. And we'll press up to the ceiling once again, press the hips forward. Thinking of a lift more than a lean back, lifting the breastbone to the ceiling. And then we press back. Feel the stretch through the hamstrings and feel the weight through the back of the heels. We'll do one more. Reach forward and up. And again, reach the hips back and the arms reach forward. Come back to your center. Let's take it into a side movement. Hips are going to go over one way. Feel the weight going more onto one foot, and then the hips slide to the other side. Transfer of weight, really important for our walking. Notice, is it easier to go one way compared to the other? Without the arms. You can add the arm over here as well. So we just involve the whole fascia. We can take a breath in here. As you breathe out, you draw the tummy to draw back to the center. Ribs stacked over pelvis as you draw back to the center. You're not leaning back, not twisting. Last one. And come back to the center. Now we'll take it into some hip circles. So now we've done our front and back, side to side, and all together. And we draw our little circles around the feet once again. And we take it, but we can feel all the toes outside of one foot, back into the heels, over the other side of the foot, and the toes will go sideways on again. Change direction. So again, you want to get the maximum range of movement that you can achieve with the hips rolling around the edges of your feet. So literally drawing a circle around your feet. Last one. Great. Okay, give the legs a little shake out. Now let's take it into a little bit of balance. Take your block. And do have a wall handy because you can use the wall if you need to. So we're going to have the block in front. You're going to stand onto your block. Let your knee bend over. And you're taking weight onto that foot. So the knee, the hip, ribs, head, right over that ankle. And then come back. I'm going to go sideways on so you can see that better. So weight going forward. Weight, so your hip right over that foot. Yeah? Feeling the glutes working. One more of those. And now take it into your balance, into your stance. Now we're doing a little bit of balance work. So we can tap forward with the other foot, coming back. Out to the side, coming back into the step. Out to the back. So it's like going to 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and 6 o'clock. And boy, this leg's working hard. Forward, side, to the back. We'll do about 10, so it's another 7-ish to do. Lovely little exercise. Forward, side, to the back. Let's see, let's do another 4. That should be roughly 10. Side to the back. And hopefully your calf is working quite hard here. You'll see that little burn in the calf. I'm going to do one more. Forward, to the side, and back. Step off your block. Give that leg a little shake. I hope you felt that. So we'll take it to the other side. Foot onto the block again. So we'll get our nice little prep. So we want to be able to make sure that you feel the hip over the foot. Toes are nicely spread. And the weight you can feel over the pad of the big toe and the pad of the little toe. Going forward again. Glutes engaged to help support the body over the hip. Once more. Take the weight onto this foot. And then we get into our little balance. Let's go forward. To the side. To the back. Forward. Side. To the back. Make this our third one. I'm going to try and count this time. Always lose count. 4, side and back. 5, we're getting there. Get a little bit of heat going. 6, side and back. And 7, we're nearly there. And back. And 8, forward, side and back. 2 more of this. Front, side and back. And the last one. I'm glad it's the last one. My calves are crying out. And step off the block. Give the legs a little shake out. Now, we'll just finish with a little bit of work for strengthening of our ankles, little muscles on the inside of our calves, our tibialis posterior, if you want to name. So have the ball behind just for a little assistance. And we'll do about 10. So taking your weight onto one foot, use the ball in the gate. We tap out to the side, let your arch drop, let this knee bend. We pick the knee up and we take it across. Notice the arch of the standing leg is lifting. Tap to the side, we lift the knee up and across. To the side and across. I'm going to hold on to the wall because I feel I get more rotation. I can get more lift in my arch of the foot, and that's what I want. I'm a tendency towards flat feet. I want to get that arch as good as I can make it. We'll call that 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. Ooh, 10. Relax. Shake the leg out. And then our last exercise for the short video. We find our balance. Yeah. Tap, let the C bend. Keep the arch flattening. As you bring the knee across, the arch lifts. And do hold on to the wall. Creates better movement. Bend and lift. The arch flattens and it lifts. Super re-exercise. If you have flattish feet, if you have any tight calves, your feet maybe that feel a bit stiff, this is lovely. Call that, I think that's 6 and 7 and 8. Keep an eye the toes aren't crinkling up, they aren't gripping. 9, last one, and lengthen the knee across and relax. Give a nice little shake out. Let's finish with a calf stretch. You can use a wall. I'm going to go sideways on so you can see. So we'll start off with both knees straight. Make sure both feet are pointing forwards. You let that front knee bend and let the body drop forward, keeping the back heel on the ground. And feel that gentle stretch into the back of the calf. And just relax. You can add an arm lift if you wish, but you don't have to. Just stretch into the calf. Release, other side. Wall's nicer. You can get a little bit of a better stretch if you're using a wall. So imagine the wall in front, it's like you're pushing the wall away, and it works better. Make sure both feet are facing forward, and the back heel stays down on the ground. And press that wall away as you lean into the stretch. And next, just shake the ankles, and that's us. I think that's probably more like a 15-minute video, but it goes really quickly. And hopefully you'll feel the benefit of those exercises. Bye.